So you want to be holding in this week's Torah portion? Of course you do. Here are your Shpark Notes. Parashat Bamidbar. Parashat Bamidbar opens up the book of Numbers, which in Hebrew is called Bamidbar, in the wilderness. But here, the English Numbers is actually a bit more fitting. This is the Parashat of Numbers, the census parasha, the audit parasha, sponsored by Microsoft Excel. Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu to take a census of all the Israelites who are above the age of 20 and who are able to fight in the army. Yes, the spiritual journey of the Israelites begins with a head count. Before Revelation, magic, mysticism, spiritual fire. After Revelation, clipboards. Welcome to Judaism, where even miracles require bureaucracy. Each tribe is counted separately, and the total comes to 603,550 fighting-aged men. And this does not include the Levi'im, who are counted differently because they have a different task. Now, the Levi'im do not serve in the army. Their whole job is temple service. They basically are responsible for schlepping the furniture. Basically, the Levi'im are like the first roadies, but instead of hauling amps for Taylor Swift, they're responsible for schlepping the actual dwelling place of the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Now, that dwelling place of Hashem is called the Aron HaKodesh, the Ark of the Covenant, and this thing is intense. Because according to our text, this is not just a place where God dwells or lives. This is also a kind of super weapon that goes at the front of the vanguard of the army as it approaches and needs to fight its wars. And we are given some invaluable commentary about the Aron HaKodesh from the History Channel's very own Ancient Aliens. Here is some very beautiful and important Torah.
In my opinion, it was a storage container that housed some type of a nuclear device.
So after this, our parasha then describes what the military formation looks like. Not the fighting formation, but the camping formation. And it is very intentional, with 3 tribes on each side and the Mishkan, God's holy place, there in the center. And the imagery here is actually incredibly profound and beautiful. God is in the middle, not off to the side, not adjacent, not somewhere else entirely, but right in the middle. Holiness takes central priority. And so each tribe circles up around the Mishkan, again with God at the center, but each tribe has its own culture, its own identity. They have their own flags, their own banners. It's giving Sorting Hat, but instead of Gryffindor and Slytherin, you get Yehuda or Dan or Reuven or Menashe. And instead of house points, you get to live or die. An interesting point here, while all the tribes take their census from the age of 20 and up, military-aged fighting men, the Levi'im actually start being counted at the age of 1 month old because they don't serve in the army. Their whole identity is about temple service and temple worship, but is also about the firstborn. Now, there is a whole rabbit's hole to go down when it comes to the firstborn, but basically this was a very significant status before the Exodus and after the Exodus, and there is a substitution that takes place with the Levi'im, all the way going to the Israelites, who also have to have corresponding firstborns, and they have corresponding Levites to make sure that they have the proper amount of firstborns. It's a little bit complicated, but basically, al regel echad, the idea is that even sacred substitution comes with bureaucracy. So what is Parashat Bamidbar really about? It's about order in the wilderness, some kind of idea of stability and identity, even in the chaos. Everyone has a place, a banner, a task, a relationship to the center, to holiness. The big takeaway? Life can feel like a desert. But the Torah says, just like the bumper sticker on a Jeep Grand Cherokee, not all who wander are lost. Count what matters. Find your people, know where you stand, and always center yourself on holiness. And never underestimate a good, well-organized camp with a golden ark in the middle that can possibly melt your face. That is Parashat Bamidbar, and these were your Shpark Notes. The rest is commentary. Go and learn.